In LA this week,
I know how blessed I am to be in this building.
From a jar to an order of 30,000 pounds, how one facility in Los Angeles is helping make dreams come true for independent entrepreneurs. I'm Rasha Goel, and that story's up next.
The truth about cats and dogs is that the meet and greet rooms at One Valley Shelter are now fully furnished, thanks to the efforts of one neighborhood council. I'm Gil Reyes with a story next.
I'm Anna Marcos, the latest LAPD Academy class to graduate. Find out more coming up.
hello and welcome to LA This Week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yana Kay. Our top story this week, a massive gas leak from a Southern California gas company storage well near Porter Ranch has forced Councilmember Mitch Englander to take action. The leak has alarmed residents and government officials alike, but it could have far-reaching effects beyond the community before it's all over. Anna Marcos explains.
I'm calling this a catastrophic event.
It's been more than 40 days and counting. The gas leak at the Aliso Canyon natural gas storage facility started October 23rd, but it is still spewing toxins into the air near Porter Ranch, and it is far from over.
Our best estimates at this point is that this relief well process could take 3 to 4 months.
SoCal Gas Company officials were grilled by Councilmember Mitch Englander, who also called in state and county authorities to address the leak. In a month and a half, it has caused health problems, hundreds of evacuations, and environmental fears.
Can this explode, as we've seen in other areas where we've had gas explosions?
And these are just the short-term effects.
I began developing seizures around the first week of November. I've also literally overnight developed a tumor under my left armpit.
It's not just Porter Ranch, it's going up into the air. I'm concerned about, all of us.
And what if there's a big El Nino and an earthquake? Are we ready for any of this?
State air quality regulators, in fact, estimate that this leak is equivalent to 25% of the entire state of California's daily methane emissions. That's roughly the same effect of driving 160,000 cars for a year.
And it's not just methane in the gas that's the problem. Mercaptans is a chemical added to natural gas to give it a smelly odor to help detect it, but the chemical can cause neurological, intestinal, and respiratory problems. Gas company officials say the leak has not responded to conventional ways of stopping it. They must now drill a 9,000-foot well to get to the bottom and seal it.
Once we stop the leak, only then do we take the steps to permanently seal it.
Englander also asked gas company officials why they did not alert the public for days after the leak. Their answer, they will do better. Meanwhile, Englander made a list of recommendations, which include asking SoCal Gas to foot the bill for health studies on the impacts and to stop the company from passing on costs of the leak to ratepayers. But it could be a while before anyone knows when the leak will stop and what are the true costs to residents. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
Other recommendations by Englander include forming a community advisory committee and involvement by the school district to help place evacuated children into nearby schools. Well, the widow of Apple founder Steve Jobs is offering students from low-income neighborhoods a shot at higher education. Gil Reyes reports from Watts.
Study on math, get my homework done.
Ninth grader Alexander Abadia is dreaming big. If he keeps his grades up, he just might be able to attend Boston College and major in computer science after being chosen for a rare scholarship opportunity.
The appreciation of me being here, I've never felt anything like this.
50 years after the Watts uprising, now Watts is rising.
Mayor Eric Garcetti talking about opportunities provided by College Track. The group offers leadership training and scholarships of up to $5,600 per pupil. For the first time ever, the group has selected 55 promising students, including Alex from Jordan High School. That's in the low-income, largely immigrant community of Watts. Councilman Joe Buscaino represents the area.
Myself, as a son of Italian immigrants, my parents only a middle school education, shared with me the importance of going to college. My grandfather shared with me the importance of getting an education.
College Track was founded by Lorene Powell Jobs, the widow of Apple founder Steve Jobs. She promises to bring more opportunities to Jordan High to give other kids like Alex a shot at achieving their dreams.
I promise never to give up on myself or on my dreams. I promise to make my family proud by becoming the first in my family to earn a college degree.
And something tells us he's gonna do it. In Watts, Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
The program aims to reach 300 Jordan High School students per year by the end of the decade. College Track has also served students at Roosevelt High School in Boyle Heights. While car geeks had reason to smile recently as the LA Auto Show roared into town, it's one of the largest auto shows in the world, showcasing the latest auto trends. Anna Marcos has more.
Call it an automotive fantasy as car lovers get a peek at the luxe, the futuristic, and the high-tech at the annual LA Auto Show and Car Expo. More than 50 vehicles are making their debut here. After all, what better place for the biggest auto show than LA, the country's car mecca?
LA and California in general is becoming the new epicenter of the auto industry as we're seeing technology converge with automobile. So we've always been the center of innovation and technology, and now the auto industry is looking to California to solve its problems and move it into the future.
You can always tell a real car geek by the look of joyful glee on his face as he watches that latest favorite set of wheels. Of course, some just come to look and dream and take pictures.
Kick the tires, smell the leather, and keep going.
But this isn't just about ogling pretty cars. The latest technologies, automotive trends, and startup ideas come out of here, and many of the companies born out of that settle right here in LA. How about making your car smarter?
Well, there's a great company called Mia LinkUp that's out of Glendale that enables you to take a device and put it into a port that comes in any cars that are really 1996 and newer, and it makes your old car a connected car, and suddenly through your smartphone you can do all types of stuff. You can locate your car, you could put a tracking device on it for your kids if they want to borrow the car. Another startup company is Honk. And Honk is kind of like AAA meets Uber.
It's a dazzling array of all the latest car trends of the future. And if you're one of these 20,000 visitors, you just got a chance to see it first. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
About 125 exhibitors put on displays at this year's LA Auto Show. There were also games, contests, prizes, and interactive exhibits for the entire family. Well, it could be called heaven for those in the food industry, but it's proof of how small business owners can help grow their business to compete in the main market. Rasha Goel has more.
If you build it, they'll come. This building here was once an old warehouse, which is now turned into a dream field for those in the culinary industry. I'm standing in LA Kitchen, which is part of LA Prep, where there is more than just cooking that's happening. For entrepreneurs like Hima Pandya, LA Prep has provided a stepping stone for her dream business of making ghee, a clarified unsalted butter that is used for cooking. It has grown so much that she now has to relocate to another facility, but she is thankful to LA Prep for giving her an opportunity to thrive.
The sense of community that you have of I've been able to help other small businesses grow a little bit, and they've been able to help me. There's always someone bigger and better in the building than you that can always provide a sense of mentorship and support. I know how blessed I am to be in this building, and it's been a great experience here.
So what exactly is LA Prep?
What we do as a facility, as a company, is take the real estate and facilities problem off their table and really free them up to do what they do best, which is make food and sell it.
All these people who are used to working by themselves in the middle of the night, who all of a sudden are in a place where they have a lot of like-minded people who can share ideas, they can share contacts, they can share resources, and actually be a lot more successful just by virtue of being part of this community.
LA Prep opened in April of 2015 here on Avenue 26 in the Lincoln Heights neighborhood of Council District 1. And has 54 wholesale commercial kitchens and production space available for rent to local food makers.
Now they've got an opportunity to take that product, that special, unique product that comes from their heart, their family, and their family history. We can move that product to market.
Among those success stories is celebrity chef and nutritionist Chef Lala, who provides home delivery food through her company, Chef Nourish.
I'm a creative type. I don't want to have to deal with all the business end of it. This is a turnkey place. They were super helpful when it came to the permits. Everything was already in place. They customized the kitchen to the way we needed it, with the equipment that we wanted. There's people here around the clock, so I can actually have receiving.
The biggest space has been allotted to LA Kitchen, an enterprise that is helping the community in all realms.
It's the first of a kind social enterprise in America that takes food that would have been thrown away. And we're focusing a lot on fruits and vegetables that are cosmetically imperfect, but we use those to fuel a job training program so that younger men and women aging out of foster care or older men and women returning from prison can get the skills they need to get great jobs. But what's really important is what we're also trying to do is make sure those men and women prepare meals that go out to nonprofit partners throughout the city.
The 15-week training program teaches students to prepare healthy meals.
Our goal is that we want to get 100% of our graduates working, hopefully on graduation day. But the exciting thing about us is we have a business too, so we'll become a major employer ourselves.
A business model that creates recipes for success for the entire community. In Los Angeles, I'm Rasha Goel for LA This Week.
For more information, you can visit laprep.la. Well, with the holiday season here, shoppers in Canoga Park are urged to take extra precautions to protect their gifts and other valuables. Gil Reyes has more from Westfield Topanga Plaza Mall. Gil.
Well, that is right, Yana. 'Tis the season for gift giving, but also the season for thieves. Last year, the LAPD Topanga Division reported more than 80 incidents of car thefts and burglaries just in this area, but there are things you can do to protect yourself. And just that quick, he's gone like a ghost. The ghost of Christmas present, your presents, because you carelessly left them in your car and in plain sight.
I think people have to be very careful.
The LAPD's Topanga Division getting the word out with these demonstrations, showing how quickly thieves can work. This warning is issued to shoppers at the Village Westfield Topanga Plaza. Last year, between Black Friday and New Year's, police say 82 thefts and burglaries from vehicles took place at the mall's parking lot and surrounding areas.
It's an unfortunate reality of the holiday season. It's something that happens all year round, but particularly in the holiday season.
Canoga Park's Councilman Bob Blumenfield urging people to lock it, hide it, and keep it, a crime-fighting slogan that reminds shoppers to always lock their vehicles, even if they're gone a short time. Park in well-lit areas, and hide gifts and other valuables in the trunk if they must remain in the car. Keeping them in plain view might entice thieves.
You will see a very large uniform presence here in all of our shopping areas. Our goal is to keep it safe.
Undercover officers will be patrolling too. Authorities are also urging people to be vigilant in reporting suspicious activity.
And just be more aware of your surroundings.
And those warnings come as the city experiences an overall spike in property crime. Yana?
Gil, thanks. Angelinos working and living in downtown LA now have a new hotspot for food and groceries. A long-awaited health store has made its way to the business hub. Rasha Goel has more.
Whole Foods Market is finally in downtown Los Angeles. The new store, featuring its own restaurant and bar, is a big improvement in terms of grocery operations in the downtown area.
We've been looking for a good 15 years. When this became available, it was a no-brainer. We feel really lucky to be on 8th and Grand, and it's a great location for us.
In an area where healthy alternatives were limited, customers now have an option.
We really feel that we want to reach out to the offices and the community here. We're going to give access to the best food available to downtown. We feel it's a great fit for us. It's a great fit for the community.
It's also a great fit for vendors like Roy Choi, creator of the gourmet Korean taco truck, Kogi.
Now Scoop and Serve have found a way to keep the quality, improve the ingredients, and then click in the process.
Or for the Bordersons, who supply dragon fruit to the store.
Whole Foods is very picky with its growers, so
Yes.
they look at everything and they review everything, so it's an honor to be able to be part of the Whole Foods family.
We're an organic market, and so I think that the uniqueness comes in that we offer something for everybody.
And something else everyone can smile about is the available parking spaces. I'm Rasha Goel for LA This Week.
And they'll also be selling vinyl records. Well, the LAPD is now in an expansion phase, launching a new police academy training class almost every month. Anna Marcos takes us to the latest graduation and what makes this class so special.
These fresh recruits graduate the LAPD Academy at a difficult time for both police and the communities they patrol, a time when tensions often erupt into violence. But the rookies believe they can make a difference.
It's important for us not to get caught up in everything that's happening right now within the community. It's important for us to just remain true to our morals and our values and the way that we were brought up, and just remember why we started.
I was former military, Marine, and I wanted to make a difference on a large scale. Now I wanted to be a police officer because I still want to be able to make a difference, but at a local level.
And the new cops are well equipped to make that difference. Asia Hardy was voted class president for her leadership. Stephen Geiger has clinched the award for being top gun and the best evasive driver in the class. And Eric Anderson got the award for best self-defense maneuvers.
It's very time-consuming, late nights, early mornings, but at the end of the day, it's worth it.
One thing the LAPD brass are proud of, this class is so diverse it mirrors the ethnic makeup of LA. The ratio of women does fall a little bit behind. There's 4 women out of this class of 32.
The makeup of African Americans, Asians, Caucasians, Middle Easterns, Hispanics, it is a great makeup and it's well balanced.
They will have to deal with events that nobody should have to deal with. As the representatives of the people of Los Angeles, they will go into places that nobody should have to go.
Mayor Eric Garcetti asked the recruits to never forget the details.
And in every inspection I've done, there's usually at least one button unbuttoned or something that's off. This is the first inspection I haven't been able to find a single thing. Details can keep you alive in the field. Details can save your life.
Of course I'm very fearful, but I'm also proud of him, and so it's a combination of pride and fear, yes.
Today, it seems, the pride the families feel far outweighs the fear as they watch their recruits throw their hats up in the air, and with that become full-fledged officers, ready for deployment on the streets of L.A. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
The recruits receive 6 months of intense training. Well, after 65 years, Panorama City finally has a new home for the Los Angeles Fire Department. Rich Samuels has more.
It seems that everyone was celebrating the grand opening of Fire Station Number 7 in Panorama City. Members of the community came together along with city officials and Los Angeles City firefighters for a day-long festival.
We have this beautiful building, really a reflection of this amazing community that I call my district.
Serving the communities of Panorama City, Arleta, Pacoima, Mission Hills, and North Hills, the 16,000 square foot facility is more than 7 times larger than the 1950 station it replaces.
I think the credo of LAFD is notably apt today, and it is dedicated to saving lives, fighting fires, safety and prevention, and building communities.
Diane Hand used to live behind Fire Station 7, back when it was based in the old building nicknamed the Little House.
They're adorable. They've adopted me as their station mom, and I try to do everything to make them aware that their community loves them and thanks them for everything that they do. They deserve something nicer, bigger, more comfortable, and it's needed.
The $8.8 million station was made possible because of cost savings during the construction of fire and animal facilities under Proposition F, a bond passed in 2000. The new station now houses an engine and paramedic ambulance with room for 2 hook and ladder trucks. It's a new beginning for Fire Station 7. This is Rich Samuels for LA This Week.
This is the 6th station to be designated Fire Station 7 since the first one opened downtown in 1888. Well, a new annual tradition sails into the Port of LA. A new crosswalk in the heart of Hollywood boosts visitor safety, and parking just got a bit easier in Westwood. All these stories and more in City Beat. The Port of Los Angeles will begin hosting LA Fleet Week, in which active military ships will be on public display during next year's Labor Day holiday, city leaders announced. LA Mayor Eric Garcetti, who's a Navy Reserve officer, said the event will be a great annual tradition for Angelinos to visit the LA waterfront, tour ships, enjoy a variety of activities, and gain a deeper appreciation of our enlisted men and women. A new scramble crosswalk was recently installed at the heavily traveled intersection of Hollywood and Highland, allowing pedestrians to cross from all corners in every direction, including diagonally and simultaneously. Previously, the highly congested corner in the heart of Hollywood overflowed with pedestrians moving outside the crosswalks and sometimes in between cars trying to make turns. City Councilman Mitch O'Farrell, who spearheaded the transformation, said it will improve safety for the thousands of pedestrians who cross there each day.
It's a psychological boost. People feel safer. And you can feel it when I've crossed there. It feels a bit joyful, really.
O'Farrell also joined other local and federal officials for a ribbon cutting and a walk along Sunset Boulevard in Echo Park to mark the completion of a streetscape improvement project that repaired broken sidewalks and curbs, planted more than 100 new trees, and saw the installation of several solar-powered big belly trash receptacles. The pedestrian improvement project, which was mostly paid for by a federal grant, is geared toward enhancing the look and feel of the neighborhood while making the area more inviting for pedestrians.
We encourage people to spend some time here and have a quality experience.
Mayor Garcetti and other LA City officials launched Westwood Express Park, the first expansion of LA Department of Transportation's real-time parking management and information system outside of downtown LA. The system uses in-ground sensors to determine when and where parking spots are available and adjusts prices according to supply and demand. Mayor Eric Garcetti says one of the goals is to reduce traffic congestion.
These sensors, LADOT can now track also the usage of the city's metered on-street parking and use that information to help us set the best parking rates, save us money again when things are low, and to make sure we get the turnover we need when there's high demand.
It was a rare treat. A lineup of world-class musicians, singers, and dancers put on a show recently for a great cause, and it was free. Rich Samuels has more.
Drums and drummers are part of cultures the world over, and every year they're celebrated here at the 34th annual Watts Towers Day of the Drum Festival.
And it's in Watts, a place that everybody forgets unless there's a shooting or something negative. But we've been doing museum and art education for 54 years.
The Watts Towers Arts Center, built in the shadow of the iconic Watts Towers, shares the landmark's worldwide reputation.
Simon Revere was a regular man. He built these towers all by himself for 33 years. So what it tells us is, if you stick to it, you can do it.
So every year I've just enjoyed coming to build community and listen to the great music.
The performance has been fantastic. This guy's been loving it. Actually, he's eager to get back to it. He's enjoying the music and enjoying dancing to the music.
I'm a Los Angeles native, and I cherish the multicultural traditions of Los Angeles.
The celebration didn't end with the drum festival. The free event continued the following day with the 39th annual Simon Rodea Watts Towers Jazz Festival. From the Watts Towers, this is Rich Samuels for LA This Week.
Both festivals were presented by the Department of Cultural Affairs and the Friends of the Watts Towers Art Center. Well, with the gift-giving season here, LA Animal Services is encouraging people to adopt a pet. And at One Valley Shelter, choosing the right animal just got easier. Gil Reyes explains.
In the past, the big decision to adopt from a shelter could only be made from behind a glass or cage. But at East Valley Animal Shelter, you can make the choice in a living room setting. new yellow couches where you and your potential pet can really meet.
Some people want a cat that's all over you, that's on your lap, that's on your shoulder, that's rubbing on your face. Some people want a cat that keeps their distance. So this way you can actually go in, sit for a while, relax, and find out exactly who the cat is.
How did it all happen? Well, basically, the Sherman Oaks Neighborhood Council put it all together. They had extra money in their discretionary funds and used it to purchase $5,000 worth of furniture. And now people can take their time while they consider adopting a pet.
At the ribbon-cutting ceremony for the two newly renovated rooms, Area Councilman David Rue praised the residents of Sherman Oaks.
Government can't do everything on our own, and this is where we have collaborations and relationships with the local community, and the local community stepping up, getting involved in your government.
With the holiday gift-giving season here, East Valley Shelter in Van Nuys is offering specials. Cats 4 months or older are free. Dogs are half price on weekends only.
You know, everybody loves puppies. What's not to love? They're adorable. But think of adopting a dog that's a little older, 2, 3, 4 years old. They're already past the, eating the chew stage. They're trained. They're calmer. They make a great pet.
And if you don't believe us, meet a few of them in person and be sure to feel right at home. At East Valley Animal Shelter, Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
The city is also offering $30 vouchers for spaying or neutering. Pets of low-income residents can get the procedure done at no charge. Well, Marina Del Rey puts on a colorful display of holiday lights, and 2 different shopping extravaganzas showcase both handmade and vintage items. All this in this week's Things to Do. On Saturday, December 12th, feel as though you've escaped to a small-town fishing village with the 52nd anniversary of the Marina Del Rey Boat Parade. Bring a blanket and gather around Fisherman's Village or the Burton Chase Park to watch as the 70 boats glide through the marina with holiday lights and decorations in competition. Categories include Best Theme, Best Animation, Best Band, Best Lights, and more. The festivities begin at 5:55 p.m. with fireworks, and the boat parade starts at 6, rain or shine. The Fisherman's Village is located at 13737 Fiji Way. For more, visit mdrboatparade.org. Reserve the second weekend in December for the Echo Park Craft Fair, hosted by the 5,000-square-foot Max Sennett Studios. The event welcomes artsy Eastsiders for a holiday feast of hand-dyed clothing and delicately concocted bath oils, one-of-a-kind ceramics, weavings, jewelry, and beyond. Founded by a shoe designer and a textile artist, the biannual extravaganza has grown from a backyard hangout to an artisan's haven, providing a number of local craftspeople a space to showcase their handmade gems. The fair takes place on December 12th and 13th at the Max Sennett Studios, located at 1215 Bates Avenue in Silver Lake. For more, visit echoparkcraftfair.com. From handmade goodies to vintage gems, in 4 short years, A Current Affair has established itself as the premier West Coast shopping event and is known for a curated, relevant selection of vintage from all eras. Currently held 3 times yearly in downtown LA in the penthouse of the Cooper Design Space, A Current Affair brings together more than 50 of the best vintage retailers and private dealers, showcasing the best in vintage clothing, accessories, and jewelry. Check it out on December 12th and 13th. The Cooper Building is located at 860 South Los Angeles Street. For more, visit itsacurrentaffair.com. And that's a look at some things to do. Well, that's going to do it for this edition. I'm Yana Kay, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org. You can also follow and like us on Facebook. We'll see you back here next week for more of LA This Week.